Hey guys, it's me, your girl, Chloe. So I'm back with this video. This video I'm going to talk about my transition and how I started my transition, which is pretty freaking stellar actually. So I was living in Fort Lauderdale at the time, and I had just broken up with my boyfriend. We were living together, it was a really bad breakup. Anyway, we broke up, and I had always wanted to transition, and I had told myself when I got in that relationship that if things did not work out, that I was going to transition. That was the thing, that if it didn't work out, that I was going to transition, and it didn't work out. So I did. I was at my apartment, and I put myself together with the things I had. I had some wigs, I had some bras, I had things like that. You mean? And I just put myself together. I bought some things real quick, and I went to work the next day as a woman. Luckily for me, I was working at Sephora at the time. I was a team lead at the Sephora at Galleria Mall, so I had the luxury of working in a makeup store, so it kind of made it very acceptable and understanding with my other managers that obviously, okay, whatever, it's cool. We work in makeup, you want to do your thing. And it was during COVID, so we were all wearing masks, so it was kind of like the perfect time for me to do it too, because I could cover masks, so I didn't necessarily have to shave every day. The only thing you saw was like my eyes and my hair, and that was it. You mean in my outfit, so it just made it very easy for me to transition. Then I remember I went out to bars and stuff, and people were like, "What the fuck?" Everyone thought I was doing drag. I wasn't doing drag. I was definitely trans. I told people I was trans, and some people did were like, "Okay, whatever." People thought it was a joke. It wasn't, because I never stopped. But I've been in my transition now for about 5 years. I started when I was 32. I started when I was 32, which goes to show you can start at any age. At any fucking age. If you feel like you need to do it, do it. I started at 32, and I'm now going to be 37 next year. Well, actually, next month I'll be 37, and I feel like I'm just now reaping the benefits like of my transition. Like, for the first year, I did not do anything. I wanted to live the first year just doing no hormones, just living every day as a woman, because I didn't know if I did it, if it was something I really wanted, or if it was just a feeling. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to go and do all these hormones, have these surgeries, do all this stuff, and be like, ooh, no, I don't want this. This isn't what I want. But I knew I had a feeling of something, and I wanted to experiment. I wanted to see, like, is this something I want, or is this not something I want? So I give my props for definitely trying. And for anyone that has tried and realized it wasn't for them, kudos to you for trying. You mean? That's what life is about, experimenting and finding out what's for you. Um, so I did. I did it for a year. I did not. I just lived every day as a woman. And I said after a year, if I want to get any fillers, surgeries, anything like that, hormones, that's when I can do it. So I did the first year. Great. But then the first year was easy because I was in my apartment. I was able to go out, have fun. It was fine. Um, but then the next following year, because of COVID, I had run through a lot of my savings, and I was no longer working where I was working at, and times got harder. And because times got harder, it got hard. So the first year was like, okay, fun, Chloe. Second year was, okay, Chloe, things are good when it's fun, but how are you going to manage when, like, life hits you? Like, are you going to stay Chloe? Or are you going to, like, revert back to being a boy because it's easier for you to do that? Because trust me, there are so many times where I could have been like, you know what, fuck this. I'm going to go back to being a boy, get a job, do whatever, do what I need to do to get myself where I need to be. And you know what? I didn't fold. I did not fold. I roughed it the fuck out in my truth. And I'm so happy that I did. Because it really showed me that I am so much stronger this way than I ever would have been if I stayed as a boy. I would never been I would have never I would never got through the things I got through as a boy. You know what I mean? It showed me really what I'm made of and stuff, and I'm so grateful for that. Now, I've had some fillers, like very light things. I had a nose job a very long time ago. That was when I was a boy still. But as far as that, I have not done anything to my face. I don't even have makeup on. Um, but I'm just feel like I'm just now on my, like, almost my 5 year mark where I'm like reaping the benefits of my transition. And that's where I get angry with people that wants to turn and say, oh, these trans people, whatever they say. It's like, you don't realize this isn't like a fast process. It's not a fast process. I was 220 pounds when I started my transition. I was jacked. I used to be in the gym every day because I thought if I worked out, if I became more manly, I would be able to get rid of that feeling of wanting to be a woman. I could find validation in the gym and making my body feel better. And if men wanted me more, because I identified as gay at the moment, that I would find some type of security in that. You mean? But it didn't. It didn't. I ended up getting bigger and bigger and getting a better body, and it just made me hate myself more. It really did. It made me hate myself more because I felt, oh my god, my arms are huge. I just felt, I felt gross. And I'll insert a picture here and here or wherever. I'll insert a picture of what I used to look like prior because I don't mind because I'm a trans person, so it is part of my story. I'm not ashamed to show my past me because it's part of me. You mean it's part of my story, and it shows my growth of where I started and where I'm at now. So the first year I didn't do anything. Second year I didn't really do anything in then because I was really trying to just live life at that moment too. And the third year didn't do much. Around the third, fourth years when I really started taking like some hormones, the pill forms, but nothing on my own prescription. It was like girlfriends would give me some pills every now and then or something like that, and it was just estradiol, like the estrogen pill, or Spiridol, the testosterone blocker, every now and then. And I did like some Botox, a little bit of fillers, nothing crazy though. It'd be like very very minuscule, anything if anything. Um, and then it wasn't until it's been almost a year now, where I've been on estrogen, the shot, and the testosterone blockers, and just now within under a year I have breast development, I have my face is getting softer, and like I feel like I'm now reaping the benefits of it, and I'm so glad I waited. I'm so glad I'm waited because I got to learn to be happy with who I am first before the exterior changes. You know what I mean? Like I got to identify with being a woman and being all those things that come with being a woman, because being a woman is more than just physical. You mean? Like I hate when people sit there and go, "Oh, well, your chromosomes aren't this, or you don't have a vagina, or you don't do your ovaries." It's like, first thing, women, you should be insulted by that. Women, you should be insulted by that because being a woman is more than just chromosomes. It's more than just a vagina that men want to put the stigma on you. Like, being a woman is so much more than that. It's spiritual, it's emotional, it's about how you walk, it's about how you talk, it's your aura, it's everything. Femininity isn't subject to gender. Femininity isn't subject to physical. It's spiritual. It's everything. It's like a guy who's not trans wouldn't be able to put on a wig and heels and be able to walk or be able to do his makeup or do all, like, I wouldn't be able to know all these things and do all these things if it wasn't innately in me. And even a gay boy who's loves doing makeup and stuff, if he is not feminine, he's still not going to be able to be and act and do things that women do. And if you put me up against another woman, we're going to have probably the same views on things because we think the same way. Um, so that was how I kind of started my transition. I was bold, I was loud, I was unapologetic, and I think that kind of fits my personality very well. You mean loud, bold, and unapologetic about everything. I am who I am, and I'm not ashamed of that. And if people want to hate on it, then that's not a reflection of me. That's really a reflection on you. And I advise you to find faith, find love in your faith for others, and just live your life. Live your life. Live your life. Because I promise you, trans people are just living their life. And regardless of what you say or don't say, we're going to continue living our lives. Because we've been here forever. Ever. For some reason, we're just now being targeted and we're being seen. But that's because of social media and, everything like that. We're just more, everything's just readily available and everyone sees things more than they used to before. But that's my story. Well, some of my story. If you guys have anything else you want to hear from me or stories you want to hear, please send a link down below, subscribe, and bye guys.